You know that feeling when you're traveling solo and you want to experience a place authentically, but everywhere you go is packed with tour groups? I felt exactly that way about Arashiyama until I discovered these 11 strategic approaches that completely transformed my visit. Each location has its own rhythm and optimal timing that most travelers never figure out. By the end of my day, I had experienced everything from sacred bamboo groves to mountain viewpoints in near-perfect solitude. Here's exactly how I did it. Most solo travelers show up to the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove around 10 a.m. and wonder why everyone calls it magical. You're fighting crowds for photos and can barely hear the wind through the bamboo stalks. The truth is, this forest changes completely based on timing, but most guides won't give you the exact hours that matter. Here's what changes everything. Arrive at 6 a.m. when the gates open. The morning light filters through thousands of bamboo stalks, creating these incredible green shadows that shift as you walk. You hear every creak and whistle of the bamboo moving in the breeze. The path stays empty for about 90 minutes, giving you uninterrupted photo opportunities and that peaceful atmosphere you came here for. This early timing sets you up perfectly for exploring that hidden shrine just steps away. Just steps away from where you exit the bamboo grove sits a shrine that most tourists walk right past. Nonomiya Shrine looks small and unremarkable from the outside, but there's a specific ritual here that creates an unexpectedly powerful solo moment. This shrine connects to love and relationships, making it particularly meaningful for solo travelers seeking self-reflection. You'll find a turtle stone where you make a wish by rubbing it with your hand. The grounds feature thick moss covering everything and heart-shaped wooden plaques where visitors write their hopes. The approach path stays lined with bamboo, keeping that peaceful atmosphere going. Spending 15 to 20 minutes here becomes your perfect contemplative break. It adds personal meaning to your Arashiyama journey in ways you don't expect. Next up, we're heading to an adventure that takes you high above the city. While everyone else stays at ground level, solo travelers who make the 20-minute climb to Iwatayama discover something that completely changes their perspective on Kyoto. The hike seems steep and uncertain at first. You might wonder if it's worth the 600 yen entrance fee and physical effort when you're traveling alone. Once you reach the summit, Japanese macaques roam freely around you. The park provides feeding stations and clear safety guidelines that make solo interaction comfortable and safe. You stay outside the feeding areas while the monkeys approach naturally. The panoramic city views from up here shift your understanding of Kyoto's layout completely. You see how the temples connect to the river systems and mountain ranges. This becomes the highlight photo opportunity of your trip. You get both wildlife encounters and sweeping vistas that you can't get anywhere else. Looking down, you spot that temple complex we're heading to next. Tenryu-ji Temple represents something most solo travelers crave but struggle to find. A genuine moment of Zen contemplation without feeling rushed or crowded. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, you'd expect it to be packed, but there's a specific approach that transforms this into your most peaceful temple experience. The garden design here uses something called borrowed scenery. The architects positioned everything so the surrounding Arashiyama mountains become part of the temple experience itself. You see layers of carefully placed rocks, ponds, and trees that frame the natural backdrop perfectly. This temple ranks among Kyoto's 5 great Zen temples, founded back in 1339 for solo contemplation and meditation. Dedicating 60 to 90 minutes here, especially in the main halls and Sogenshi Garden, creates the authentic Zen moment you're seeking. There's an even more hidden temple experience waiting nearby. Before we continue to the next thing to do on our list, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more travel guides just like this one. Adashino Nenbutsu-ji Temple holds a secret that most Arashiyama visitors never discover. Thousands of stone statues that tell stories of forgotten souls. This temple feels different from others in Kyoto, with an atmosphere that can be both haunting and deeply moving for solo travelers seeking authentic cultural experiences. This site served as a burial ground for centuries. The stone statues represent unidentified remains from ancient Kyoto that were gathered here and given proper Buddhist ceremonies. Walking among these weathered figures creates a connection to countless unknown lives from Japan's past. The temple plays an active role in Buddhist death rituals, maintaining traditions that stretch back generations. The bamboo grove setting adds to the contemplative atmosphere perfectly. This lesser-known temple provides the most profound cultural insight of your Arashiyama visit. The preserved street nearby continues this historical journey. Saga Toriimoto. Preserved Street offers solo travelers something increasingly rare in modern Japan: the chance to walk through authentic Edo period architecture without the theme park feel. Unlike other preserved districts that feel touristy, this street maintains an authentic residential character that makes you question whether you're intruding on local life. This area holds designation as an important preservation district. The traditional machiya townhouses create an immersive historical experience with their wooden facades and narrow structures. You walk along stone pathways between homes that people still live in today. The street connects directly to nearby temples, serving as a living example of traditional Japanese urban planning where residential and spiritual spaces blend together naturally. This 30 to 45-minute walk provides the most authentic glimpse of historical Japan you'll find in the Arashiyama area. All this historical walking builds up an appetite for modern comforts. After hours of temple hopping and bamboo walking, solo travelers need a strategic recharge spot, but not just any cafe will do in this culturally rich environment. Percent Arabica. Arashiyama seems almost too modern for this traditional district, creating an interesting cultural contrast that some travelers find jarring. This coffee shop represents modern Japanese cafe culture while respecting its traditional surroundings near Togetsukyo Bridge. The minimalist design uses clean lines and natural materials that complement rather than compete with the historic architecture. You get high-quality specialty coffee that matches international standards. They operate from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., giving you flexibility for timing your visit. The location provides perfect people-watching opportunities as tourists cross the famous bridge. This becomes your essential midday reset point, offering both quality caffeine and a chance to process all the cultural experiences you've absorbed. The modern aesthetic connects perfectly to contemporary Japanese retail culture nearby. Shopping alone in a foreign country can feel intimidating, but Arashiyama's shopping scene offers solo travelers a uniquely pressure-free way to find authentic souvenirs. Unlike crowded tourist markets, Arashiyama's shops can seem quiet and exclusive, making solo travelers worry about language barriers or cultural missteps. You find traditional crafts, local specialties, and bamboo products that reflect the area's natural and cultural heritage. Hand-carved bamboo items range from 500 to 3,000 yen. Traditional pottery and textiles cost between 1,000 to 5,000 yen. Most shopkeepers understand basic English or use translation apps. Point to items you want to examine closely. Shopping here becomes a cultural exchange opportunity rather than just a transaction, especially when you take time to appreciate the craftsmanship. These traditional crafts pair perfectly with traditional beverages. Sumida Tea Shop offers solo travelers something most group tours can't provide: an intimate introduction to Japanese tea culture without the performance pressure. Traditional tea experiences can feel intimidating for solo travelers who worry about making cultural mistakes or not understanding proper etiquette. This tea shop creates a welcoming environment where you learn about different tea varieties and preparation methods at your own pace. The staff guides you through sencha, hojicha, and matcha options without formal ceremony rules. You sit comfortably while they explain brewing temperatures and steeping times. The atmosphere stays relaxed with wooden tables and traditional pottery displayed around the room. This becomes your most relaxing cultural learning experience, providing both education and genuine hospitality. After absorbing all this tea knowledge, you need a scenic spot to reflect on the day. Togetsukyo Bridge and Arashiyama Park provide the perfect finale to your solo adventure. But the real magic happens when you understand the bridge's poetic history. With so many tourists taking photos here, you might worry about getting the authentic experience you've been building toward all day. The bridge's name means Moon Crossing Bridge. Emperor Kamiyama observed how the moon appeared to cross over this exact spot centuries ago. The 155-meter wooden structure spans the Hozu River with mountain views that change completely throughout the day. During spring, you see cherry blossoms reflected in the water. Fall brings red maple leaves. Winter creates misty mountain silhouettes. This bridge becomes your reflection point for the entire Arashiyama experience, especially during golden hour when the light hits the mountains perfectly. From here you can see the station. Most travelers see Arashiyama Station as just a departure point, but solo adventurers who explore the station itself discover a final cultural surprise. You find shopping areas with local crafts and food stalls serving traditional snacks. The station houses restaurants where you can grab a final meal before heading back to the city. The real highlight is the Kimono Forest installation with its 600 illuminated poles wrapped in Kyoto yuzen fabrics. Each pole displays different traditional patterns and colors used in kimono making. This installation bridges traditional crafts with contemporary art perfectly. The nighttime illumination creates a completely different experience from daytime visits. This 24/7 accessible art installation provides the perfect bookend to your day, combining traditional and modern Japan in one final memorable moment. Each strategic stop built toward this complete solo travel experience. These 11 strategic approaches transform a potentially crowded tourist experience into a deeply personal journey of discovery. You start with dawn bamboo walks, explore hidden shrines, climb mountains for monkey encounters, and end with illuminated art installations. Each timing strategy builds your confidence as a solo traveler. Plan your own solo Arashiyama adventure using these exact timing and approach strategies. Start booking that early morning arrival and map out your route from Bamboo Grove to station. Solo travel in cultural destinations becomes most rewarding when you understand the rhythm of each place. Hit that like button if this helped you plan your trip. Subscribe for more solo travel guides and comment below with your Arashiyama questions.